We got Davonte Davis here with us, Hog signee out of Jacksonville, 6'4". We got Kevin McPherson for Hogville.net, our hoops analyst, Hogville.net hoops insider. And, Davonte, I want to get first your impressions of Eric Musselman, what it means to get the opportunity to play for Muss and his staff, and how great this is to be a Razorback.
Staff is very, very intelligent. There are great people up there. He done hired a lot of coaches that has NBA experience, and so I think going up there, I'm gonna be very excited with the kids that's coming with me.
And I know I've been talking about this a lot in recent days, how much of a triple double machine you were there at Jacksonville here this past season, but averaged a double double. I know Kevin McPherson can speak to that. Kevin, you can take it away, man.
Yeah, I mean that's a big part of Devo's appeal. He's got that it factor, that swagger, but you don't just happen to stumble into a triple double. It takes a lot of work. He looks like he's having fun out there, but I can promise you it's a lot of hard work, especially that upper body and how he crashed the glass. He averaged 11 rebounds on the season, averaged, and that's pretty impressive coming from that point guard spot. Devo, talk about that because you are 6'4" and long, but to me you look stronger in that upper body, and that looked like it paid off.
Just coming in to the senior season, knowing that I have to get stronger and condition more, and that was one of the key points for me as an individual. But also, I needed that to help my team out, and me, like you said, getting 11 boards a game, something that I had to do to help my team and to get to a championship, which we did.
Now, one of the things you always that impresses me when I watch you play is you see the floor. You know where everybody is. The other nine guys, whether it's your team at guys on the floor with you or the opposition, and you make some of the best passes from all angles on the floor that I've seen at the high school level in Arkansas. Talk a little bit about that part of your game. Is it instinctual? I don't think you can learn all of that. I think part of it is instinct. But I want to hear it from your opinion about your own game, your ability to see guys that maybe other guys wouldn't see and make those passes.
The talent. I never worked on it actually. It just came with my ability to play basketball. Of course, I work on my craft, different types of things every single day, which is that dribbling. I mean, trying to make new moves up every single day, getting a lot of shots up, or even conditioning and strengthening. So, just that just came with my game. Actually, I really didn't work on it as much when I was small.
And to me, when you're out there as competitive as you are, I see the emotion on your face. You play with a lot of emotion, a positive emotion. You're a positive guy. How important is that for you when you're out there playing? How much of that uh, rolls into your effectiveness as a player and being able to find ways to win games even?
Just being a leader on the floor was my key point, and that's always been my role, being a leader on the floor as a point guard. Just trying to lead the team, be the voice on the court, be the coach on the court, and just try to lead my teams to wins.
All right. And when I've talked about, obviously your length, long legs, long arms, when you get in the open court, there may not be a more exciting player in the country because we talked about the court awareness, the vision, finding guys, but you kind of start high stepping. It reminds me of a running back getting out in the open field. He starts high stepping, and when you do it, I know something big's about to happen. But talk about your ability to finish for yourself and for others in transitions. I think that's a big part of your game.
Being able to see the floor was is one of my great abilities. Just being able to make plays for others. That's one of my key points in my game, and just being able to make the highlight and make the pass that need to be made. I think that's something that the fans like and something that the coaching staffs like that I've always played. That's always something I played, and that's how I always played.
Devo, I want to ask you really quick just about the Fantastic Four because Kevin has really done a nice job writing about the Fantastic Four and the build-up to the culmination of seeing you four guys in state all sign. I mean, in this day and age of recruiting, guys committing, whether it's early and then decommitting later for whatever the reason may be, some other school comes in hot. To see it come to fruition to where all four of you guys in state signed and you're all highly touted, when you saw that actually become official, what was going through your head?
Once all the guys signed right after 'cause I signed earlier in fall, so once everybody signed, KK still here yesterday. It just felt amazing, just knowing that we us four being Arkansas kids finna go to Arkansas and be able to make dreams come true and make these fans happy.
Devo, what you just talked about, when you start talking about the other guys, I'm going to put you on the spot here as a color analyst. You're going to break them down now for me real quick. For each of the young men, Moses Moody, Jalen Williams, and KK, tell me just a little bit about them and their game. Just as keep it as brief as you want, but just tell me what their strengths are as players.
All right, let me start with KK. KK, we work out a lot together. Or since we've been in quarantine, we've been working out together. So, he's very hardworking. He's always leading. He's always cheering people on. Of course, he's he's like very tough on the defensive end, and that's something that you can't really teach. You can't teach dogs. So I think that's something that he really has in his game that no one can really see. Let me see, Jalen next. Jalen just spreads the floor. He spreads the floor really well. He can shoot. He can make plays inside. He can pass the ball at 6'10", which is something that a lot of bigs doesn't have. And then I have goes to Moses. Moses is a very great 3-point shooter. He can shoot the mid range, but he also has a little dog that no one sees on their defensive ends. That's something that you can't teach. So I think all three of them guys have stuff that will bring to the table next year or next season. We can win games with them types of things.
Yeah, what about Moses on that, Devo? I want to ask just about how Musk talked yesterday about how it's kind of an underrated thing how good Moody is as an offensive rebounder and with some of the things he can do around the rim.
He's very tough. He's a very tough kid. He's about 6'6", can shoot the lights out. He's a dog, like I said. So like you said, the offensive end, that's something that he's been working on, which is getting offensive boards. He also get defensive boards. And that's something that at a 2-3 guard that you can really use on the team.
Devo, I found out today, and I want you to talk about this because I think it's really cool. I found out today that one of your goals in life is to own a zoo. I want you to talk about that because there's a lot of stuff zoo related that you can find, especially recently the Tiger King docu series on Netflix. But talk about your dream to own a zoo and kind of how you got to that point.
Since I was a kid, I always grew up loving animals. Of course, I go fishing every day, about every day, since it's been quarantine and things like that. So, I mean, just growing up loving animals, learning different things, watching Animal Planet, watching shows such as Tiger King, just growing up loving animals and just learning different things about different types of animals and teaching others is something that I really love. And just knowing that I'm able to be in a position to own my own zoo is something that's very special.
Okay.
That's,
And go ahead,
Kevin.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. I guess just one final one. When you look at the expectations, obviously people always talk about those, but in Musselman's second season, to have the depth and the options you're going to have, this is pretty general from the standpoint of preparation, but I cannot imagine what it's going to be like in practice once you guys get rolling, because the competition level in practice, when you put this collection of guys together, knowing that maybe if you guys can just duke it out so much in practice in such a positive way that maybe some of the games, I say some, will become easy for you, but we'll see. We all know it's a grind in the SEC, clearly.
100%. Well, I talked to Coach Antonio. He's like my mentor. He's like my pops. So I talked to him about that. He told me, he said, man, just think about it. You four guys going up there. We got 2 transfers coming in. And then we got Joe. We don't know if he made his decision that he's gonna try the NBA, but if he comes back, and then we was thinking about Mason, and this was before Mason was thinking about the NBA, and we was like, man, if all y'all guys stay, that'll be something crazy. So it was like the practices will be hell. Everyone's gonna go at each other, and it's gonna be crazy, and it might be different lineups every game. So we're just thinking about things like that, and just competing at practice is something that I was looking forward to, anyways.
Great stuff, Devo. Listen, we appreciate you. You were the first one off the board, man. You were the sort of that first domino to fall and got Arkansas some momentum in this recruiting class. Have you thought much about that? Have you thought about, obviously with 6 now signed, maybe how important that was for Muss and for the program? for you to come off first?
It was something that I look forward to, was just playing for Arkansas. So I mean, I'm sure it was a great feeling for Coach Musselman and his coaching staff for me becoming the Hog first. And I think I did lure some of the guys in that came after me, and I think I did a very good job of picking the Hog.
Now, and you signed your national letter of intent on Muss's birthday. Was that an accident or was that planned?
Crazy because like a week before we talked, me and Coach Musselman talked about it. He said, when you gonna sign? And I told him, and he was like, man, you know that's my birthday. I said, oh, happy birthday then. And I called him. I called him the same day, and he congratulated me and things like that.
Awesome
Hey,
stuff.
that's awesome. Well, guys, I appreciate it. Devo, all the best to you on the hill, and look forward to more stories from Kevin. And Kevin, thanks for chiming in, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.